All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. I wanted to talk about this because I've been seeing so many comments on my previous videos of people asking, is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 for them? Now, people are asking about different devices. I got an S device. I got this Note device. I got this iPhone. Should I upgrade and go to the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3? So I wanted to kind of make this little video to talk about some points, and then we'll kind of get into more specific devices in the end that maybe you shouldn't buy the Z Flip 3 if some of these conditions apply to you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, number one, and I see so many comments, and this is the number one reason why I feel like people on YouTube are reviewing the Z Flip 3 just kind of wrong, because they're looking at it in a user's perspective that's a power user. Now me, I don't know. I feel like I'm like a hybrid user. I'm not a power user, but I'm not like a very light user. I do a lot. I got a YouTube channel. I get a lot of comments in my videos, so I'm constantly replying to comments. I'm constantly kind of replying to emails. I'm not that big shot to where I'm getting a bunch of emails from all these brands and everything, but I'm on my phone a good bit. But I have, and I feel like there are so many people on YouTube that's kind of looking at this device in the wrong eye and are commenting on it because they're a power user. But this phone really isn't meant to be a power user's phone. I mean, sure, let's go ahead and pop it open real quick. Sure, you got your apps that you can use. Let's pull up, let's do Chrome right here. Let's do that. And then let's do YouTube right here. Boom. Sure, you can do the double screens. You see what I'm saying? Let me turn the brightness down a little bit. Let me turn that down. Boom. So sure, you can do the double screens. I mean, that's fine. But I feel like if you're a heavy user that's doing like constant multitasking, is constantly flipping between apps, going between dual screens, and you just need that real estate, I don't feel like the Z Flip 3 can be for you, because a lot of people say, and to me, I don't really think it's a big deal, but they complain about how narrow the device is. Now, yes, it is a little narrow, but I feel like if you still had to do some type of dual display or something like that, that you can kind of get through it and kind of do what you want to do. So I feel like if you are like a heavy duty power user and you're just monstering away on your phone all day long, then the Z Flip 3 might not be for you. And this kind of filters right into the next point, and that is battery life. Now, there are tons of people saying that they're coming from the Note 20 Ultra. They're coming from the iPhone 11 Pro Max, 12 Pro Max, different phones like that, S21 Ultra. I don't think you should come from the S21 Ultra. We'll talk about that later, but so many people are talking about the battery life, but you have to realize what this device is. This is a folding device. Look how thin this thing is. We talked about the battery before. Now, there are some people getting excellent battery. I'm jealous and I want your battery. I told you that before. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're doing, because I don't know what you're doing to get this amazing battery life. I still ain't getting it. I ain't getting it. A lot of people think that this can just last as long as their Pro Maxes, their S21 Ultras with those high milliamp hour batteries. For most, I don't think you're going to get that. Not saying that you cannot get it at all. Like I said, there are some people out here that's getting amazing battery life, but for the majority of people and the majority of comments that I see, just looking at videos about this device, a lot of people just aren't getting that good battery life. So you're a person that's a power user, B, need the best battery life that you possibly can get on the device, you shouldn't be looking at the Z Flip 3. Maybe you need to be looking at more like the Fold. That's a productivity device. The battery's better. You might be wanting to look at things like that, but when you're thinking about being a battery hog, a battery beast that's just going crazy on their phone, the Z Flip 3 is not going to be it. Hey, hold up. We always got to get this little quick disclaimer, man. Over a good percentage of y'all not subscribed to your boy, man. Make sure you hit that sub button if you like what I'm putting down, man. It's we don't get into the techie specky stuff over here, man. We just have fun and we talk about tech in real life scenarios, man. So if that's something you're rocking with, make sure you hit the sub button, join the fam, and enjoy it, man. We have fun over here. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Now, next, this is something that frustrated me literally this morning before I took my son to school, and that is the cameras. Now, I'm maybe a little biased, but I'm just more biased towards iPhone and Pixel cameras. I feel like those two have the best stills cameras, whatever it may be, but the cameras on the Flip aren't bad. Let's not get it twisted. The cameras on the Flip aren't bad. They lack from some things that Samsung has, and that's AKA shutter lag. Cannot stand it. I think that is just I can't stand it, but it's the thing. If you want the best cameras, if you're looking for the best cameras, if you're a person that's constantly on your phone taking pictures of everything, man, you may use your phone for content creation. There's a lot of people who do that. You may not, I mean, the cameras aren't bad, but they're just not the best that Samsung has to offer. It's not going to give you that S21 Ultra camera quality that we've known to expect, which is probably Samsung's best camera. It's not going to give you that level of quality. So if you depend highly on your camera, then I think you should look somewhere else. Hopefully next year, Samsung, if you're listening. I know you're not looking at this video, but if you're listening, Come on, man. Your folders are supposed to be your creme de la creme. If you're going to get rid of the Note and throw foldables in there, the Note was your #1 device that had all the best of everything. If your foldables are going to replace that, make your foldables have the best of everything. Give us those cameras. I think we'll pay extra. You know, it might be a little bit more, but I think we'll pay extra for it. But if you're a person who rely heavy on your cameras and you need the best camera possible, if you're a Samsung person, Z Flip 3 might not be for you. And last but not least, and this can kind of go a little both ways because I've been seeing a lot of people who do this and they don't have a problem. But if you work in rough conditions, if you're a person who works in construction, or if you're in a dusty area or something like that, the Z Flip 3 might not be for you because we all know this is IPX8. Now, how many people, shout out to all y'all, man, how many people didn't know what the IP rating numbers meant until a number was missing and then you wanted to know about it? That was me. I don't know. I might be a little slow, but that was me when it came to that. But for me, I feel like if you work in rough conditions, a construction worker, when you're around a bunch of dust, sand, if that, anything like that, then this device may not be for you. Now, shout out to my dude. I can't think of his name on Twitter, man, but he is a construction worker and he had the Fold 2 and he's had it for over a year and had no problem. So these things might be a little resistant to the elements, but for me, I feel like if I was working in a rough condition, if you were just working about construction, just landscaping, whatever it could be that you can kind of kick up dust and debris and different things like that, I feel like you might want to have a secondary device to use for those times. Something that's kind of IP68 and just kind of sealed when it comes to that dust and the water protection. But I'm not saying that if you work in those environments that you can't use one of these. I got friends that have the Fold. I have friends that, well, I don't really have friends that have the Flip. I just got friends. Well, y'all my friends, man. Y'all got the Flip. You see what I'm saying? So I know people who have the Fold are in those environments, but not really when it comes to the Flip. But in my opinion, I just don't want to take the chance. I don't know about you guys, but I like to keep my phones in good condition, and I really wouldn't want to take the chance of getting some dust or debris in this bad boy here, and then it's over. Or then you got to go use your Samsung care. If you don't got it, make sure you get it. But that's it, man. That's basically the reasons that why I feel like you shouldn't buy this phone. Now, if you have a certain specific phone, and we're going to run through these very, very quickly. If you have a Note device, now I'm not going to pinpoint on Note 10, 20 Ultra, whatever it may be. If you have a Note device and you rely heavily on your S Pen, you might not want to get this. This is not S Pen compatible. It's not made for that type of productivity. So if you're a Note person, unless you just want to try something a little bit different, then you might want to go for that. And yep, I almost forgot. My last point is, don't buy it if you don't want to try something different. This is a different device. This device isn't for everybody. It's a different device. A lot of people look at this phone and say, hey, I don't need a phone that folds. And when it folds open, it's not better than the S20 series or the S21 series. Those phones still have better, displays and different things like that. If you're not looking at the Fold and the foldables as an open mind and just you're into tech, then don't worry about the foldables, because there's too many people just breaking this down. They're saying it's a waste of time. And I'm going to do a video about that. It's a waste of time. It's pointless when it closes down. Then other phones are better when it's open. See, if you're being so practical about that, then this phone probably isn't for you, man. You have to have an open mind to new tech to embrace the foldable life. And I think that was my last point. Now we can go back to the device specific thing. So yeah, if you got a Note, I really wouldn't try to switch to this to be your main device. Battery life, productivity, S Pen, just not really the thing. Now, if you have S21 series, yeah, that's when it becomes a little tricky, man, because once again, if you want to try something new, then this is an excellent phone. If you have an S21 Ultra, there's a lot of people trading in the S21 Ultras for this. Unless you just want to jump out there, I still feel like S21 Ultra is probably one of the best Samsung devices out there, just all around, well-rounded. I wouldn't jump out there and say trade the S21 Ultra in for the Flip, even maybe for the Fold also. I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to do the Fold, then that's cool, but I feel like the S21 Ultra probably is one of the best Samsung devices, so I probably wouldn't rush out there to trade it for the Flip. Now, when it comes to the iPhone, man, I don't even know if we need to talk about this. That can be a whole video on its own. iPhones are just iPhones, but if you want to try something fresh, then, you might can rock with this. But, it just depends on what you're looking for. Once again, battery life, cameras, video camera quality, some things like that. That's when it becomes an Apple versus Samsung thing, and that may be too deep to get into this video. But if you just want to try something new, like most of my iPhone users out there are doing, then it's going to be for you. But if you want to try nothing new, if you know you still need your iMessage, your FaceTime, your AirDrop, you need your tie to the ecosystem, you're going to be getting out of the ecosystem with this. So don't try it. Don't get it and then talk negative about it because it doesn't have iMessage. It's Android. What you expect? So I don't know, man. That's just kind of where I'm running to when it comes to this, man. So you already know, do all the YouTube things. Like, comment, hit the sub button, comment down below. I think I already said comment. Turn that bell on so you don't miss any more Z Flip 3 videos. Still got a bunch coming your way, man. But until next time, everyone stay safe. Later.